you're going to enter the world soon, but first let's spend 30 days cramped in a tiny egg. You're not just any bird, dude, you're a kakapo, a walking contradiction. Too fat to fly, too rare to ignore, and too unlucky to avoid extinction. Only 250 of you are left. Feels special, right? Think again. You're a collector's item on a planet where survival is a joke. Oh, and as you crack your egg open, surprise! You can't see anything for 10 days. Yep, your first gift from nature is blindness. Welcome to the club of birds that exist to suffer. Well, don't worry about food, because doesn't matter how ugly you look. She's gonna feed you for the next 3 months until you're fully developed. Cause she loves you. Doesn't matter how ugly you look. But don't get too comfortable, little chick. You're not safe anymore. Cause a random person is filming you and waiting for a predator to eat you up so that they can use it for higher TRP. Because of course, cameramen never helps. And after waiting for long 15 minutes, they see no predator is approaching you, so they release their own snake from the jar.
Wait, what? That's cheating. You can't do that.
Don't worry, dude. Of course, they don't do that. Maybe. So as you lie in your nest full of your shit, a horrifying thought crosses your mind.
So what now? Am I just supposed to chill here and hope nothing eats me?
Yep, that's pretty much the plan. Because your survival strategy is just to lie there and pray to the forest gods. Even if you're lucky enough to make it through your first few days, there's another twist. Your survival depends entirely on the fruiting cycles of a single tree, the rimu.
No berries, no me.
Your menu? It's literally leaves, seeds, and fruits that you can't even find. Imagine living on a deserted island with nothing but a vending machine, and the machine is empty half the time. That's your reality. And let's talk about your waddling for dinner routine. Finding food involves stumbling through dense underbrush in the dead of night. Your night vision? Decent. But your sense of direction? About as reliable as a drunk GPS. You've been known to wander in circles, spending precious energy you can't afford to lose. Oh, and let's not forget that your diet isn't exactly packed with protein. It's like trying to run a marathon on a diet of celery sticks. A slow, exhausting race against starvation. And if food scarcity wasn't bad enough, you have to watch out for your own clumsiness. Climbing trees for a meal? Sure, sounds easy, except you're a bird that doesn't fly. Your strategy involves scrambling up branches like an uncoordinated toddler and praying you don't fall. Spoiler, you usually fall, hard. Even your digestion is a struggle. Kakapos have a special digestive system that can handle fibrous plant matter, but it works at the pace of a sloth on a lazy day. Every meal is a marathon for your gut, and if the food isn't perfectly ripe, you might as well be chewing on cardboard. Oh, and did I mention parasites? Because they're another delightful part of your daily grind. Lice, mites, and other freeloaders have made your fluff their luxury condo. The itching alone is enough to drive you crazy, and let's be honest, you don't have the energy to scratch when you're busy surviving. The kicker? Even when the rimu trees do fruit, competition among kakapos can get fierce. There's nothing quite like waddling into a feeding zone, only to find that your bigger, stronger cousin has already cleaned house. You're left with scraps, staring at the rimu tree like it owes you an apology. Still, hunger is only half the battle. And let's talk predators. Thanks to millions of years evolving on predator-free islands, you're fearless and curious, two traits that are less survival advantages and more open invitations to get eaten. You're essentially the Forrest Gump of the bird world, wandering cluelessly into the jaws of danger with an air of blissful ignorance. Owls? Hawks? Nope, they're not your main problem. Instead, it's the crafty ground predators, rats and stoats, that have turned your forest into their all-you-can-eat buffet. Imagine being the main course, because you didn't evolve a basic instinct to run. Seriously, a lizard would put up more of a fight. And let's not forget your impeccable timing. While most animals have defense strategies that adapt to new threats, you freeze like an overly dramatic actor in a low-budget horror movie. If predators handed out Darwin Awards, you'd have a shelf full of trophies. Then there's your love for shiny things. It's not just a personality quirk, it's a hazard. You've been known to waddle toward dangerous objects out of sheer curiosity. Think wires, traps, and human campsites. A curious kakapo is basically signing its own death warrant. And don't get me started on your ground nesting habits. Your eggs might as well come with neon signs that say free snacks here. Stoats, those cunning little mustelids, have a knack for sniffing out your nests like it's some kind of treasure hunt. Worse, they'll kill for sport, not just survival. So even if you manage to lay an egg, the odds of it hatching are lower than a snowman's chance in hell. But you know what's the worst part? It's humans. They didn't just bring themselves, they brought their entourage of rats, stoats, and cats. To them, you're a walking buffet. And your defense mechanism? Freezing. That's right. When danger approaches, you stand perfectly still, hoping to blend in. Spoiler, it doesn't work. And your scent? It's like a musty old library, great if you're trying to attract bookworms, terrible if you're trying to avoid predators. Your smell practically screams, "Come and get me." If freezing doesn't work, things get worse. Your eggs are laid on the ground because, well, you can't fly. Rats and stoats love them, tiny, nutritious snacks just waiting to be devoured. Entire generations are wiped out before they can even hatch. And the chicks that do survive, their odds are no better. They're like the slow, clueless protagonists of a horror movie, stumbling right into danger at every turn. The numbers don't lie. At one point, your species was down to just 50 individuals. 50. That's smaller than most extended families. Even now, with intense conservation efforts, there are only about 250 kakapos left, making you rarer than a flawless diamond. Forget about your life, my friend. You're stuck with an evolutionary dead end called the Lek breeding system. Males stake out their booming pads, inflate like balloons, and send low-frequency calls echoing through the forest. The goal? Attract females. But here's the catch. Females only show up when they feel like it. Sometimes they don't. And even when they do, your reproductive calendar is tied to the rimu tree's fruiting cycles. No fruit, no booming. No booming, no babies. It's a system so unreliable it makes human long-distance relationships look like a guaranteed success story. But despite everything, hunger, predators, and reproductive chaos, you're still here, waddling through the forest with your quirky charm. Conservationists have pulled out all the stops, relocating you to predator-free islands and even wearing hazmat suits to prevent spreading diseases. But the odds are stacked against you. Decades of inbreeding mean your DNA is fragile, and one new disease could wipe out your entire population. Every chick raised in an incubator, every artificially inseminated egg, is a testament to just how precarious your existence is. And yet, somehow, you persist. At full maturity, you're a fluffier, heavier version of your younger self. Your waddling gait hasn't changed, and your scent still gives you away. But now, you've become a symbol, a meme-worthy mascot for conservation efforts. You've defied extinction and captured hearts worldwide, proving that even the most unassuming creatures can fight back against impossible odds. But let's not sugarcoat it. Being a kakapo is an endless uphill battle against nature, predators, and your own biology. Every day is a fight to stay alive, a reminder that survival is never guaranteed. So as you waddle off into the forest, remember this. Your story is one of resilience, a testament to the power of conservation, and a reminder of how fragile life can be. In the end, you're more than just a flightless parrot. You're a survivor. Well, it sucks to be born as a kakapo, but trust me, life isn't much better when your entire existence is reduced to a single mission, finding a mate, only to realize it's the last thing you'll ever do. Imagine sacrificing everything, even your life, for just one mating. That's the tragic story of the male octopus. Click to watch our video, Why It Sucks to Be Born as a Male Octopus.